All right. So we talked about the board. Any questions? Yes, no? Okay, so we talked about the boards. Usually the board is reflecting the team's process, right? What the team is going through. The columns on the board represent the status of your team's work, right? So once again, these columns right here represent what the team is doing. So if someone wants to know how far the team is doing on a particular sprint, what they want to do is they just go on the team's board and then they see how far the team is going or what the team is working on, right? This visual representation of your team's work help you adjust and track the progress of your project from start to finish, right? So from start to finish, you can see. Now, this is one thing, a Kanban board, right? Basically, this is what we call a Kanban board. So I have, can you guys hear me though? Yep. So this is what is called a Kanban board, right? And with the Kanban board, it's designed to help visualize work, limit work in progress, and also maximize efficiency, right? Or flow of the work. So this board right here in Agile, it's called the Kanban board, right? So you guys need to make note of that. All right. So when they ask you, hey, what board do you guys use for your, your Agile, you just make sure you say the Kanban board, okay? Makes sense? Next one here is the issue navigator, right? In which this one I need to get into Jira to show you guys. Okay, so give me 1 second and try to get in Jira real quick. Okay. All right, so where's my sharing? Where'd it go? Let me share back again. So, oh, this is the board that I was talking about, right? So, and what is this board called again?
Kanban board, or how do you say it?
Kanban board, yeah, K-N-B-A-N-D, Kanban board. So issues, right? When you go on here, this is where you can find, sometimes in Jira, it can get very tricky, right? Where you put in an issue and you can't find it. You're gonna put in an issue and then you're trying to look for it and you can't find it. How do you find those issues? You go back into issues, right? When you click on the issues right here, right? What's gonna happen is you're gonna have a filter, right? You can search that issue. You can search by the project name. Mostly you just have the name of the project here, right? So you can search by the project name, the issue type, right? Whether it being an epic, it being a bug or a story, whatever you put in there, or a subtask, right? You can also search by the status, right? You can search by the assignee who assigned the ticket, right? And more. So when you put in a ticket in Jira and you can't find it, just always make sure you're clicking the issues tab, right? And then you're going in there to kind of filter out and see which ones you want to share, right? You want to look for. There's also advanced search, right? Where you could go and look by the type of issue, who is the status, the assignee, and so on. Or you can switch into, you guys talked about SQL, right? Yes, no? SQL?
Yes.
I believe so.
You believe so? SQL?
Yes, yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, Sam talked about it. So, sometimes you can use your query, right? You see how this one has a query, right? It has like project is equal to tax solutions ordered by created by DES whatever C, right? So these are some of the queries that you can use to pull out, whatever um, issue you're looking for. For those of you who are good with queries, right? I'm not that great. I'll go into Google and then search a query. You can go into Google and then just say, hey, I need a query to find, join a table, and it will give you all those queries. All you need to do is just plug them in, right? So that's something that you also need to get notes of. So back to the board. So,
I have a question.
yes, sir.
So I'm looking at the boards now on the navigation side. Uh, for the issues, is that something you have to create for the issues to show up on the side?
On the board,
Yeah, on the side where the navigation is, where it says like a roadmap backlog board, and then underneath it on your screen, it showed issues. I don't see that on mine.
are you in Jira?
Yeah.
How do you get to Jira?
Oh, I just created an account.
Well, I was gonna give you guys access, right? Good thing you started off, but I was gonna give you guys access so you can view Jira. Let's see. So what are you saying? What was your question again?
Oh, so I'm just looking on the side where it says planning. I don't see the option where I saw on yours where it says like issues. You see where your cursor is where it says issues? Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, because you have the limited version. Remember, I was telling you guys, Silas was kind enough to pay for you guys. So with the test version, you're not good. Some of the features you're not gonna get, right? But once I give you guys access, you're gonna see all these.
Thank you.
No worries. Any questions? So we talked about the board. We talked about now we're talking about the issue navigator, right? Where we use to search issues, right? So the project issue navigator, right, lets you view a list of issues in your project and filter them to what you need. You can search for one or more issues using the text search, right, field and in built-in field, right? So, oh shoot, sorry guys, I had to pick up a call, but yeah, I'll get to them later. So the issue navigator, right? Remember, we talked about it also in, ServiceNow, during ServiceNow, the application navigator, where you can go there and search for, channels or, things that you're assigned to, kind of like a Google search. So this is what this is about. It's like a search engine. So you go in there, you click on all issues, you can filter out by your open issues, reported by me, issues that are done, and also the project, you make sure you're in the right project. You can also search by, the due dates, the priority, whoever it's assigned to, and so on and so forth, right? You can also go to the advanced search, and like you guys saw, I went to the advanced search and show you guys, what are some of the things you could see. And then you have the detailed view, and of course the SQL version, where you change from basic to SQL, and then you can put in your query to pull out that information that's needed. So as you can see there, like this team here has about thousands of tickets in there, right? Like there's thousands of tickets. Look at them. Like it's starting from 1 all the way to 10, right? And so imagine you have put in an issue and you don't know where the issue is and you have to look for it. It will be easier to just come in here and then, search by your name, and you can filter out by issues that you have put into Jira, and that's how you're going to find it. Okay, so we know how to search. If you wouldn't learn anything today, please know how to search in Jira. Okay. Yes. I'm almost done, guys.
Yes. No, you good.
I'm almost done. So we're also going to talk about monitoring the matrix, right, of Jira. This one I don't want you guys to worry about mostly, unless for people that are trying to be like Scrum Masters, right? And with those, we can dive a little bit into this one as well. So in Jira, right, we have ways that you can track your work, what the team worked on, right? So if I go into reports, as you can see, I have a whole view of, reports that I can generate, right? We have the burn up report. We have the sprint burn down chat. We have the velocity report, cumulative flow diagram, cycle time report. This is new. It used to not be there. And also development frequency report. This is also new. Back then, we used to just have like sprint breakdown reports, velocity report, and cumulative report. Those were the three. But now each team, and the thing about it is with the reports, once you have a report, right, you can easily see, it gives you like a description of, how to read it, right? Which one was done, which one was in progress. So most of the time, the ones that you guys need to pay attention to is the cumulative, flow, right? It tracks the purpose of each team. So within a sprint, right? Let's say we had like 20 issues, right? Within a sprint, and we closed our sprint. I haven't started and closed the sprint yet, so I can show you guys. But if we close a sprint, it's going to tell us how many issues were in to do, how many issues were in done, and how many issues were in progress that we didn't finish, right? So always make it a good point. If you want your team to have a good, good review on, hey, this team, they always finish their work on time and stuff like that. Make sure that when you create a sprint, the team is working on every story and putting them in the done column before completing the sprint. Otherwise, the team's report is going to look very bad. So always make sure that you're, updating tickets in the right states. A lot of time you see lazy developers, they even work on a ticket and forget to update the ticket in Jira. So what you need to do is you always have to check to make sure that, hey, what's the status of the ticket? Is the ticket done? Visit the backlog, look at issues that are done and put them in the done column for the developers. So let me get back. So the metrics, right? Monitoring the matrix of the team. So Jira allows for multiple reports, right? As you can see, this team even have something different, right? Back then, like I was saying, the burn down chat, sprint report, velocity chat, cumulative, which one is the next one? This is the version report, epic report, control chat, epic burn down, release burn down. There's a whole bunch of reports some other teams will put in. But, some of these, are better for Kanban, right? Or Scrum. So like we talked about the Scrum board or Kanban board, we normally use that just to track our daily stand-up, right? And also the burn down chat, and also the sprint report are most often used, right? So a lot of teams will use the burn down chat and also the sprint report, right? They just want to see what they did within the sprint or how many, you know, tickets they were able to burn, right? So that's why it's called the burn down chat, right? And then it's going to display, you know, these were, so the gray one will give you like, these were the tickets that were open and these were the ones that were done, right? And sometimes the gray one were the ticket that were open, but we had more tickets coming in and, you know, we happened to have completed more tickets than we had received, right? So each of these reports, when you click on them, is going to tell you how to read these reports. Velocity chart can be misleading, like, you know, we said. Sometimes you're going to have the chat and you're like, what the heck is this, right? So as a team, you just got to, you know, read through them and know which ones work. Control charts is the best for Kanban, right? Which is for them, they think control chart, which is this one, is the best one they can use for Kanban. But I've been in teams where they love the cumulative flow diagram. Each team have their own preferences, right? So as a Scrum Master, when you go in, make sure, you know, you do a lot of research and rereading and try to find the one that suits your company. And that is all I had for today. I told you it wasn't going to be. With that being said, I think today I'm going to give you guys a homework, right? To why you make your face like that? You just, it's not going to work on me. It's a pretty simple.
Please.
It's a simple homework. All you got to do is to create a Gmail account, right? Create a Gmail account. I don't want you guys to use your old Gmail account that has, you know, Yolanda underscore I love to party at gmail.com. I don't want that. Okay. Please let it be professional, right? Let it be professional. Okay. So one thing you could do when creating those is like, you know, use your first and last name, right? Or your first name and then, you know, put a number maybe like 123, like Yolanda 123 at gmail.com, right?
So if I already got one that's up to your standard, can I give it to you today?
Do you mind telling us what it is?
Yolanda.smithcotto@gmail.com.
Okay, so the reason why I want you guys to create one for yourself, right, is for...
I got multiples.
You got multiples, okay.
That one just for jobs, so I can give you that.
Okay, good, exactly. So the reason why I wanted you guys to create that is just for jobs only, because that's the one we're going to use to send you guys, you know, like your emails. And trust me, when you get into the real world, you're going to receive like 10 or 12 emails within a week, right? Your mailbox is going to get full pretty quick. Last week, just 2 days ago, I had to clean up my mailbox because I had like 19,000 unread emails that I have to go through. So you can imagine. Yeah, so please make sure you create a Gmail account and, you know, send it to me before class, and I'm not talking about 5 minutes before class. I'm talking about like before class. So send it to me like either today, tomorrow, send it to Salis. You know the email chain that Salis sent to you guys, right? Just reply all with that email with your new Gmail that you create, okay? And forward that over to us and I'll take a look. And with that, I will add you guys into Jira and we start creating you guys into groups. Make sense?
Yes. I'll tell you who I recommend.
Who do you recommend?
I'm gonna email it to you.
Oh, you mean your email, what you
Uh,
recommend?
yeah, who I want to be in my group.
Oh, you don't get to decide.
Godfrey.
No, you don't get to decide. We decide who is going to be in your group. If we wanted to do that, we could put everyone, we will let everyone, and what happens if no one wants to be in my group? Then I becomes lonely. You want me to be lonely?
I'll be in
No.
your group.
Oh, you can be in my group. Don't worry
I'll be
about
in
my
your
group.
group, in Silas' group, and Samuel group.
Okay, we'll see about that. Any questions from anyone?
Yeah,
Yes,
one.
no. Yeah.
I actually found the issue bar. It turns out it's like a feature you can actually enable in the settings.
Okay. Great. Well, what you want to share a screen? Can you hear me? You want to share a screen?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Which one is this one? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Godfrey, what he's doing won't work because this is a group project
Yeah.
and he has
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
part of a team. So
Yeah. Don't worry. I would just wanted to see what he's working on.
uh,
So so you have roadmaps, backlog, boards, reports, issues, and what else? Can you create an issue for me?
create an issue.
Yeah. No. No. Just create
Oh,
an issue. Were you in class last time?
yeah, but I still don't have everything down pat. I've been playing around with it, just trying to get a feel for how it works.
Oh, so you see that blue button right there? Just hit create. That's where you create an issue. Now go to your backlog and let's see. Yep, you have one issue created. And what is your username? Click, you see where it says the reporter, right? Click on the report and let me see. No, that where it has your name.
It has my name right here.
On the, yeah, okay, that's fine. What you got? So you have professional@gmail.com. Is that the email you're going to use for
Yes.
class?
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
one I'm going to use for class.
So it might get confusing because Jira might get confused and say, hey, if I try to add you to the group project, right? Jira might get confused and say, hey, this guy is already, in the system or already in with that same email. This user already has access to another Jira, right? Which is a trial version, right? You did download. I mean, it's a web application, so you could just go on there and then use a trial version. But at a certain point, I think it's gonna fade away.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a good thing that you downloaded it, but you're gonna have access with the class, the one that Sal is already paid for, and I think you're gonna have more features and other stuff. So it's a good thing you were able to create it. But I don't think you can create a new board and start a sprint and all those kind of stuff. I don't know. I haven't used the free version, so I don't know what you can do and what you can't do.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? So what was the homework? What was the homework, guys?
Create a Gmail.
Create a Gmail account. And when do I need it by?
Before class.
Before class. What time before class, Max? Max looked like someone who is going to send it at 5 minutes before class and say, "You said before class."
That's good because that used to be true.
Yeah. So, any questions, comments, concerns from anyone else? Yeah.
I have a question. When do we determine the group?
Monday.
Monday. All right.
Yeah. I think a lot of people didn't show up today anyway. So on Monday, we're gonna make sure everyone show up, and we're gonna divide you guys up into groups.
So I want everybody that showed up today to be in my group. Simple and point blank period. There's no questions asked. Everyone that showed up today will be in my group.
Yeah, I'll put you in Yolanda's group.
Ha.
I love it when you two are together. It's gonna be a fun group. All right, guys. If there's any further questions, no, yes, no, maybe so. No? All right, guys. I'll give you guys some time back. Please make sure you review over your notes and also go into Google Gmail, create that account, and we'll circle back again on Monday, put you guys into groups, okay? All right, guys. Bye-bye.